Yo, what's up? It's your boy Currency 365. Hope you guys are doing well. Legends never die, they stay in our hearts. If you want to support us, click the like button, subscribe to the channel, and also you can come down here and hit the join button under the video or in our channel section. And you can also join our Patreon, patreon.com/currency365. And we also have Cash App and also PayPal for supports if you want to sow some seeds. Peace out. God bless. Enjoy the video and keep the movement going. Legends. Bye. All right, all right. Welcome back to Currency 365. Hope you guys are doing well. All right, so everybody wants to know when the XRP case is going to be over. It is actually over. It's just that the settlement agreement is not over, right? So the case is over. It's and the deliberations and the trials and juries and all that stuff's over. All the evidence is over. XRP won on everything that happened. They won in every phase, and now the only thing left is there going to be a fine for XRP, Ripple selling XRP on exchanges, right? Um, I guess we'll find out if there is a fine or not, right? So, and of course, the SEC wants $2 billion, and Ripple's like, we'll give you the lowest, the highest we're going to pay is 10 million, and because we did nothing wrong, right? So we'll pay 10 million and you go away, right, forever and never bother us again. We'll see what the judge says. I've been thinking since last year that they're going to pay zero or close to zero. 10 million is close to zero. You know what I mean? Especially when you're talking about 2 billion, right? That's not even 10% of 2 billion, right? So that's really close to zero. Um, so yeah, so I mean, you're only paying, what is 10% of 2 billion? 200 million. So 200, wow. And so you're not even paying 1% of 200. 1% of 2 billion is 20 billion or 20 million, isn't it? So they ain't paying. You know what I mean? So he ain't paying that. Sheesh. So you paying point zero point 0.05. You paying half of a 1%, right? 10 million is half of 1% of 2 billion. I guess if I'm doing if I'm not doing the math right, I'm sorry, but I'm trying to do it off the top of my head right now. But anyways, yeah. So anyway, no, hold on. Did I say 20 billion or 2 billion? Because that would be a big difference. Let me do the math again. 2 billion. 10% of that is 200 million. 10% of that, 1% of that would be 20 million. Yeah, 20 million is 1% of 2 billion. And so that means if you're paying 10 million, and that means you're paying um, half of 1%. So not bad at all. That basically you're paying nothing, right? So even though to us $10 million is a lot of money, but to them $10 million is nothing, right? So that's literally zero. All right. So let's go. So that's what's going on right now. So everybody's trying to figure out when is this going to end. Please, when is this going to end? Right. So, they're expecting it to end now, but this month. So it says Ripple versus SEC settlement anytime before end of the month. XRP all time high. So that's what they're expecting. They're expecting it to end this month. I told you guys. Well, I told my Patreons last year, and I told you guys as well that I expected to line up with Israel, right, with the Israel attacks on the nuclear sites and everything like that. So we talked about that. We talked about the Israel strikes and nuclear sites and remove and ending the militias, the grave surrender of the militias, and then XRP case is over, and then XRP rises, and then the Denari values. That was the order that we put out on Patreon. That's and that's the order that I was told by. I'm not going to tell you who that was, so they don't get attacked in any way, shape, or form. But okay, so but either way, that's what the order that we were told, and that's the order we put on Patreon. And I even shared it with you guys earlier this year. So and so all things are still, as I told my Patreons a couple of yesterday's video, I think it was, all things are lining up perfectly, right? And and we'll see how it all plays out, right? So things are lining up, right? And so they're gonna Judge Torres is supposed to make her judgment on the settlement here, and I don't think she wants to even give them a fine because they've won every case. So it's kind of weird to give them a fine after they've won every case. But even if she does give them a $5 million or $1 million or $10 million fine or even a $15 million fine, that's still literally paying zero compared to what the SEC wanted, and the XRP case would be over and XRP would be set free to now be integrated into the banking systems and stuff like that. But the timing has to be perfect here. And so that's what they're waiting on. I believe the Cabalists and all the Ripple, XRP, the SEC, the cabal bankers, the Kabbalists, the elitists, the Illuminatis, they're all working together to stage this thing perfectly. Where these things happen, these events are going to line up together, and they're going to happen bang, 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 and we could see a bunch of stuff happen between now and July, right? And it's just going to be, and I told you guys that they're lining up things to go bang, 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 right? Um, and they're not happy. They're not happy that God's people are about to become the new 1%. They're not happy, and so they're gonna destroy. I told you guys they're gonna destroy everything, right? I told you that 2 years ago. They're gonna destroy. You're gonna start watching them destroy statues, bridges, colleges, buildings. Everything's gonna be destroyed as they move into the new digital system. You will own nothing and be happy. Remember, that's what they told you, right? So they're gonna destroy like they're gonna manipulate earthquakes, destroy all tsunamis are gonna be hitting the East Coast, West Coast. We have and California tsunamis coming, right? It's earthquake and tsunami. I had a dream about that the other day. I couldn't believe it. I'm literally in the dream, and we're literally like talking about the California Vegas earthquake, and we're putting out details on it and all these things, and it was crazy, right? So, and but God is gonna send people dreams before it happens, so that they can get out, right? So God's gonna send and pray for your family and friends that are over there that God shows them dreams to get out before it happens, before it hits, right? And that everybody, all your family members and friends, will receive the dreams a week in advance, or 2 weeks in advance, or even 3 days in advance to get out of that area before it hits, right? Before it happens. Okay, so I had a dream. I don't even live there, and God showed me the dream of it, right? So I don't even live there. So we know the one in New York's coming as well, right? The tsunami in New York is going to come as well at some point in the future. I don't know when in the future, but that's going to happen as well. So we know these things are going to happen, but and we know that a lot of stuff is connected with XRP, unfortunately, and we know this is all a game. It's all a show. It's all staged. And the reason why they took this long is because they were trying to force everybody out of XRP because they don't want everybody in this token, right? They don't want everybody in. They want everybody to sell their XRP and move on and go somewhere, just like they want everybody to sell their Shiba Inu because they know how valuable these things are going to be in the future, right? And that's why the same thing with the Doquan situation, right? They wanted to get Doquan to force everybody out of Luna Classic and Lunk and USTC. They know how valuable these things are going to be. So anything that they go after, that those things are going to be very valuable. You know what I mean? So they're trying to get everybody out of these things, frustrate everybody, get people out, so that then they can really show the real value of these things. Um, so let's go over here, and so George Torres is gonna do her thing at some point, right? And it says the SEC has filed its reply brief, and supporting exhibits, and the documents will be made public on Wednesday, May 8th, which is tomorrow. Tomorrow could be a big day for XRP, Ripple XRP. We'll find out because Monday was supposed to be a big day. Then now it's Wednesday, right? Everything keeps getting delayed. Why is things getting delayed and not completing here on a settlement? Because it has to line up with what's going on in the world. You know what I mean? I've been saying that for last year. I believe that they're going to sneak this thing in with a with a global event, and that global event could be Israel because Israel's attacking right now, right? So Israel is doing their attacks right now, and then we talked about the three stages of Israel's attacks, the three areas that Israel will be attacking. That's on my Patreon. I'm not going to talk about it here. We talked about it today on Patreon, so you guys can go check that out. And I got that from one of the. I'm not gonna say anything. Let me not say anything. That's on Patreon. So, anyways, um, but yeah, Israel, so they're watching Israel closely here, and so when Israel is able to do what they do, um, and um, and cause the great Israeli mistake that they're gonna call on television, then they're gonna, in my opinion, that's when they're gonna slip this case in and say XRP case is over. The XRP doesn't have to pay any fines, or XRP only has to pay $1 million or $10 million or $0. I don't know. They'll slip it in. They want to slip this in the globe because it's a big embarrassment to the SEC, right? And so the SEC would love for this to be slipped in under a global event and not be the headline news of the day where XRP case is over and they pay nothing. You know what I mean? What an embarrassment for the SEC, right? More people would leave the SEC. It'd be such an embarrassment, right? So they would rather like it to slip in under a global event, okay, like a nuclear strike on a chemical plant that threatens the survival of the Middle East. People running for their lives, like something like that, right? You know what I mean? Um, and they're calling it the Great Israeli Mistake. Like that would be something that I would slip in. The SEC has found XRP of zero charges on settlement and cases over. XRP is set free. Okay, you know, um, that would be brilliant. But is that going to happen that way? I don't know. I've been saying that since October. That doesn't mean it's going to happen that way. They hear me talking, so that doesn't have to happen that way, right? So I guess we'll find out, right? So we'll find out, but it's clear as day that they're waiting on some type of global event to sneak this thing through. They keep delaying. Um, will they sneak it through on a global event, or will they just make an announcement and make it happen? I guess we'll find out. But like I said before, they want the price of XRP to go down first, though. And even B said that long time ago when he talked to them, right? They want the price of XRP to go down significantly first so they can buy up the last amount they can buy and then put the news out of XRP set free. So what other way to do that if would be the most perfect way would be Israel hitting the chemical nuclear sites, right? And then they put the great Israeli mistake. People and then show pictures of people running for their lives in the Middle East, and the markets are crashing because of that, of the chemicals spill, and everybody's thinking the world is over. And then they slip in XRP cases has XRP defeats the SEC, and they pay $0 in fines. I mean, it makes sense. But I've been saying that since last year, so I don't know if they're going to actually do that or not. Right? They can always. I mean, they have plenty of time to change that up. Can you imagine that actually happens that way? Even though they're hearing me talk right now, right? So you would know the world is definitely staged at that point, right? And so what a coincidence that would be. You know what I mean? But either way, and yeah, and so then the grave surrender would happen, and then XRP would skyrocket, and then the NAR would revalue, and then other things would happen. The USTC would repeg, and Zion and gas would, because of the war, Zion and gas would discover oil. All these things are coming, and then plus, of course, the California and Vegas earthquake, tsunamis coming as well. That's going to be devastating, right? So all these things are coming, and of course, China, Taiwan, and you might want to look out for Russia, Germany, right? That they starting to hate each other, right? So I mean, just pockets of wars everywhere, right? So that's what we're dealing with, and that's what's coming. And they're trying to do that before Trump gets into office. As you guys notice that they're trying to get the war stuff going before Trump gets in office because they know Donald Trump's not about war. And when he was in there, there was no war when he was in. What was that? No, there was zero wars when Donald Trump was in there. He didn't play that, right? And our military was strong, right? So you know, um, so they know that they got to do these things now before Trump gets in there, right? Um, so we're gonna see pockets of wars everywhere by the time Donald Trump gets in there, right? They're gonna be pockets of wars here, there, right? And hopefully, it's for the hopefully the people rise. We want to see the people rise. It's time for the people to rise. We're in the season of the release, right? So it's time for the people to rise and be released and come up. And it's time for the godly people to escape and be released as well and break free and become the new 1%. So all these things, the enemy knows all these things already, right? We talk about it and they already know this thing because Satan's probably already told them. And or whoever it is, right? Some Lucifer, Satan, like Yadabah, whatever his name is. There's different names and all types of different things. There's a dragon, um, all types of stuff, right? And I've been in some battles, so I know some of them. Man, I don't know all of them, but I know some of them. Because it's spiritual battles. But it's yeah, it's really interesting. Anyways, let's go here. They're also now talking about trying to put Donald Trump in jail, right? I mean, remember Apostle said God told her that Donald Trump would never do jail time. Like it will seem like he's going to go to jail, but he'll never do it. His time will be in the afterlife. Remember when she said that? So every time they try to put him in jail, something happens. He doesn't go to jail, right? Um, and Donald Trump has a chance he has a chance to repent for all of his sins and wicked ways, and just like we all do, right? So he has a chance to repent and change. I'm not, as long as he's human, right? We don't know for sure, but as long as he's human, right? He has a chance to, and even if he's not, right? I mean, does God, even if he's not, does God still accept other things that have changed? I don't know. That's up to God. I'm not God, so I don't know, right? But he's still breathing. As long as you're breathing, you have a chance. And that's all you need, right? So, if there's sins that he has, it's, things that he's done, and that none of us know about, and that are very evil and stuff. We don't know. We don't know the guy personally, so. He's still breathing. He has a chance to. He's about to. He could become the new president here, and so he has a chance to change things, change America around, redo all these crazy laws, get make sure he says he's gonna kick out 20 million illegals, and then if they want to come to the country, they'll do it the proper way, not the invading way, right? Um, and do all the things that he wants to do, So I guess we'll see how it all plays out, folks. So it's going to be really interesting. And while this is happening, and the SEC is going to lose because we said that when the SEC knows that they're losing, they're going to target everything else. Remember, we said that three years ago. We said the same thing. 4 years ago, we said everything that the SEC is doing now. We said in 2021, we said when the SEC starts to know that they're losing the case of XRP, they're going to go after everybody. They're going to seek revenge. Remember, I said that. We talked about that 2022, 2023. The SEC is going to seek revenge over the entire crypto space when as they know that they're losing the XRP. Once they lose the XRP, they're going after every company, every entity, and that's what they're doing now, right? So they know they're about to lose. The settlement's going to be 10 million or zero or something like that, and they know now they're going after Robinhood. They're going after every exchange they can possibly think of. They're going after every entity, every business, and they don't give a crap. Right? They're seeking revenge after the embarrassment of the XRP SEC case, and we talked about that 3 years ago. That would happen, and we're seeing it right now, right? So a lot of stuff we talked about 3 years ago are happening right now, right? Including the Binance stuff with CZ and stuff, and my beef with CZ is over, you know. I wish him well, and so yeah, man, that everything's happening exactly the way it was happening. XRP is going to be inverted into the banking system. There's stable coins coming out in June, it looks like. So, and that's what I'm going to say about that. If that happens, then that this case is going to be over in May, and then the stable coin, then they're going to be integrated with the banks in June. You get the drift, right? So, So, anyways, and then of course the big deception that I warned about on Patreon is coming as well, and I can't talk about that. So, all right. Anyways, that's what's going on, folks. Hope you guys are doing well, and we'll see what happens tomorrow, and then we'll see what happens leading up. But looks like all eyes are on Iran. I mean, Iran, Israel situation, and it looks like that's that they're lining everything up like that to for XRP and the dinar and everything else. Peace out. God bless. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.